The Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back here off the bench, hour number 3 on a Thursday morning, live from the Raising Cane studio. We were just at the end of hour number 2 talking about Los Angeles Lakers selling for $12.5 billion, which far exceeds any sale for a NBA team. And I wanted to bring it back up because I wanted to ask Taylor what his thoughts are about his favorite guy in the whole wide world, Jerry Jones, and like what he must be thinking right now for the valuation of the Dallas Cowboys, who has always been kind of like, you know, in theory and known that they probably have the biggest valuation on their sports team, you know, bigger than anybody else. So, you know, what does he got to be thinking? His team's worth 15, 20, 25 billion?
Like estimating 15.
Yeah, so, you know, whatever company puts out the evaluation of all sports, they are once again the most valuable franchise in professional sports, $15.5 billion.
So his net worth immediately goes up by the sale of the Lakers.
Right. Yeah, immediately, but like how much is $15 billion high enough? If like an NBA team went 12.5,
he's pretty much all of it because, like Richard mentioned during the break, like it says he's what 63%,
63, and then the family.
But like Stephen Jones has some. That's his son. Like Charlotte Jones has some investment stake in it, and Charlotte Jones is over the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader organization as well. So like it's basically that entire family is like the owner of the Cowboys. So they're gonna have some money one day.
Yeah,
Problem with Jerry is that he's never gonna sell because he will not give up control.
No.
What?
Looking forward to Alondra's bold predictions this season, for sure. On that note,
I'm bringing it back. He looked awful in a video I saw the other day.
I know.
When are we doing that? I'm excited for those.
We're gonna at the end of this month before. I guess we gotta do.
We gotta do it
before
the game. Yeah.
Yeah, before week 0 because it's both NFL and college bold predictions. But yeah, I'm thinking that the Cowboys got to be more than 15 billion if the Lakers are at 12.5. Because I know Jerry outright owns the stadium. I'm not sure about the Lakers. Do they own their arena? I don't know. But he owns a stadium. I believe he's got a business deal with the owner of the Yankees, too. I think they have like a catering company that does all the stadium concessions and stuff like that as well. So I'm sure that goes into the valuation. So looking at chops, a lot of money. My God. Bob Iger, the former CEO of Disney. I don't know about like y'all, but the CEO of My High doesn't get paid like that.
But wasn't Bob Iger the CEO of Disney, then he wasn't, and how he is again?
Great question.
Brought him back.
Not real sure.
Trying to fix Disney.
That sounds right.
No,
yeah, sure.
I remember that story. Yeah.
No, yeah, I just looked it up.
When Disney just went to complete crap.
So then they brought him back.
Yeah.
Is it back now?
No, I don't know.
Hey, new Ted Lasso came out. You Ted Lasso guy?
I haven't watched it.
What was the first episode?
Of the new season? Mm-hmm. Good?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where it's going, but good.
Okay.
Typically, if it's not sports on, my wife picks whatever show's on.
Okay, that's fair. And do you fall asleep first?
Yeah.
Okay, so you definitely don't watch anything.
Then I wake up on the couch like 1 in the morning to go get in bed.
That's like the time that I watch stuff that I want to watch is like because Lacey falls asleep way before me. But we both like Ted Lasso. I think everybody can get behind that. I didn't love the 3rd season, so felt that it lost a little bit of what made it good, which is stopped becoming more of like a comedy, and it was all about like the heartfelt stuff.
It was very much a drama in season 3.
Yeah, now season 1 was heartfelt, but it was, you know, it was a comedy still. And season 3 it kind of lost a little bit of the comedy. Hope it gets back. Was it funny? Was episode 1 funny?
Yeah, so I think I got about 10 or 15 minutes left in that episode, but from what I've seen from that first one, it's good because like he's back in Kansas. They come over from the UK. First thing they want to do is go get Kansas City barbecue. They love it. So I mean, yeah, it's fun so far.
I feel like if you left a show with 15 minutes left, you weren't as interested.
That's what I was about. Isn't it a 30-minute show too?
So this was a week ago. Everything was good. Baby went nuts halfway through. We stopped it. Haven't picked it back up yet.
Wasn't calling your name to come right back to it.
That's not a good sign, dude, at all.
Maybe. I think it's more me than the indictment on the show. Can't
Well,
blame
Ted
me.
Lasso doesn't seem like your thing.
I've never seen Ted Lasso.
Okay. So I would think most of the population, so 50% of the people in this room right now haven't seen it.
I've never seen
I would have said definitely over like 50% of the population who's seen it.
But when Jake's here, 3 out of 4 have seen it. Because
just
Jake
watched
loves
it.
Ted Lasso.
I knew about it from Jake. I don't know a lot of people that talk about it other than y'all.
I was late to the party. Like, I just watched it, like, I don't know, January, February. I mean, we just watched it.
Hey, let me get. So I was just looking at LouisianaSports.net, another article. Hunt just dropped an article on there about the drama between LSU and Jaden Daniels. And the picture popped up of Jaden holding the Heisman Trophy and Brian Kelly next to him with a backwards L.
Oh, my
Perfect.
God.
I know people really want to hear about this, but what's your opinion on the L in general first? Not the backward L, just the L.
I'm good with having some type of tag to where you take your pictures. I mean, the backwards L's tough.
Look at this.
I agree that it's tough. I just find it really funny that this is like such a hill that you're going to die on.
Absolutely. I want change. Okay?
Matt.
I want change, Alondra. That's what I'm hoping for.
What's worse, backwards L or star position?
Ooh.
Or
Equally
dreams and nightmares.
equally as cringe to me. Backwards L.
That's what I figured.
Backwards L for sure. I don't think it gets much worse than that.
I think if you're going to be on that side, just don't put it up.
Yeah. So when we were at SEC Media Days, we were there. We interviewed Whit Weeks, and the LSU football photographer was there, and we took a picture. And I was on this side of Whit Weeks, and they said, "Throw up the L," and I said, "No."
He threw up the fist like he was.
I was just like, fist, like I was a fighter. But even if I was on the other side, I still wasn't throwing up the L.
Well, and somebody, I don't remember who it was. It was somebody here, like, mentioned that picture to me and how you had your fist up.
Yep.
And I was like, well, yeah, he's not going to throw up the L.
Yeah.
And they were like, why? And I was like, I don't know, but he's not going to throw up the L.
I just remember the LSU from LSU Sports. It was like, hey, throw up the L's.
You're like, nah.
I'm like, nah.
Jake did.
Dude, I'm good.
You were like, can I do something else?
Jake was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Whatever you say, sir.
He's going to be so pissed.
Matt's like, sheep.
What a sheep. Jake's a sheeple.
I don't think I've ever thrown up the L.
I mean, no one did forever.
When did that become a thing? Orgeron didn't do it?
That's a
feel
good
like
question.
I feel like
That's a
Orgeron
good
did.
question. I don't know when it became popular for football.
Yeah.
I think somebody said it's like a track thing.
It was a track thing,
Yeah.
I guess, but like,
But now it's an LSU
I don't
thing.
know. Huh?
But now it's an LSU thing.
What was it? It was an LSU track thing when it started.
But now it's all of LSU.
Yeah, it's all of LSU, yeah.
Does Lane Kiffin do it?
Oh,
Yeah, Lane's done it.
He's done
Oh,
it?
Lane loves to throw up the L.
he does the
Lane's even-
sideways one, too.
Lane's
That's
been
like
called with a backwards L and a sideways L.
Yeah, I'm assuming the sideways L is
lazy.
a finger pistol.
It's lazy.
Or is he just pointing? Because
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just
that's
kinda-
always been a thing. You always pointed at the guy.
So that is a good thing. When you do a finger,
What do you point with your thumb? I just
mean-
point.
yeah.
It's kind of more awkward to put your thumb down. I mean, just
So when you do a finger pistol, like you're a kid and you go pew pew, why does everybody they use the trigger finger, but that you shouldn't, right?
well, I mean,
Because that's the barrel of the gun, of the
No,
fake
I always
gun.
go
it
like
would
this.
it would be down here.
You would do
technically.
down here,
So,
right?
yeah.
You would use your middle finger to pull the trigger. But there also no handle of a gun goes up.
no,
Yeah, but
it's
that's the hammer. That's the hammer here. So you could go hammer down.
So
you
should
go
we go
boom.
like this?
I always go hammer.
That's-
Yeah.
This is more gun-like, I feel.
Yeah.
I don't
like that.
But then you can't do anything.
See, the finger pistol doesn't like really resemble a pistol at all.
That's what I'm saying. Flip it. That looks more like a gun.
Yeah.
So you could just
That's
Yeah.
usually
Wrist, a
Right.
wrist flick
Little wrist
backwards.
flick, like
That's
you're
wrist flick
firing.
backwards. Okay, so let us know if you're in the
Look at
chat.
the
How do you,
flick of the
like
wrist.
if you do a finger pistol? How are you pulling the trigger?
Let us
I would-
know.
Let us know how you're shooting it.
This is Ruben. The people need to know how you shoot a finger gun.
Hey, look, we've made it this far without Jake. We've
I
made
think
it
it's the-
2.5 weeks now.
We're rolling.
We're rolling. We're
killing
kind of.
I think it's in the wrist. 'Cause
We're
if you ever
looking-
seen anybody do the double finger, they're like, pew, 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 pew.
Oh, that's true.
all
If
the
you
wrist.
double,
And then you go-
finger pistol, it is wrist.
It's all wrist.
Matt, this is blurry. It's from a TV copy, but there's Coach two
Oh,
L's.
2 L's.
Two
One of
Ls.
them's not
Oh.
backwards.
He's got a
either.
forward and a backwards.
Hey, we know what you mean.
True.
What if he just walked around like this?
That would take so much concentration from me.
I know. I'm screwing that up.
Who's
That's like
looking
when
at me?
people
Who's-
say tap your head and rub your
Yeah,
stomach.
it'd be rough.
Can you do that? Do it right now. Tap your head, rub your stomach.
I
Oh,
see.
okay.
Have you? Okay. Can you take?
This thing?
So point your fingers at each other. Try to rotate one
No, that's tough.
forward,
Oh,
and the other
and
one
then the other backwards. Yeah,
I
my
can't do
grandpa
that.
used to tell me to do this.
It's hard to do. You got to go like
This
real
is great
big.
radio.
I know.
We're all doing
I
finger
know.
motions.
This isn't
Look, I'm
great.
doing it.
We apologize, but look, it's hour number 3. It's on the back half of the week.
I'm built different.
It's a very besides
good.
built different. Besides like number 5 jerseys, not a lot.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You can go on your rant. I mean, we did the youth sports deal.
Yep.
I'm sitting here and getting sent film clips from practices today.
Film clips from youth sports. All right. We're going to go break. So, hey, when we come back, what we want to do is Jake has been traveling the countryside, obviously going to a lot of different training camps and talking with all the big wigs at every single team. What?
You're about to tell me to play the Aaron Rodgers interview?
Oh, yeah, because we wanted to play that yesterday,
Yeah.
but we had a lot happening yesterday, so we weren't able to play. We do want to play because it is interesting stuff. Jake's been doing a really great job of interviewing. I mean, he was, like I said, he's with Lamar Jackson. We saw Andy Reid. He was with Todd Monken, former LSU coach. And so he had a really great interview with Aaron Rodgers. We're going to play that and then react to it right here when we come back off the bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com, your website for the best Louisiana's leader in office technology. We're talking copiers, scanners, printers, you name it. They got you covered over there, Gulf Coast Office Products. A Louisiana company, 4 offices in Louisiana. Trey Bill and his team have been doing a fantastic job building a company that sends technology all over the country, but solely they are focused on the best customer service, the best product, and helping Louisiana companies all over. Whether it's a 1-person office, 10-person office, or 10,000 per hospital, university, it doesn't really matter. They are the best. They have the best tech. But what really sets them apart is their award-winning service team. When you call them, you're not getting an 800 number. When you call them, you're not getting a phone tree where you got to dial 0 and yell at the operator. No, you're calling them and telling them, hey, look, we got these copies. We got these scanners. They're down right now. We need them back up and running because when that paper trail stops in the office, business stops. It's the lifeline of how that business operates. They will get you back up and running fast. Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back here off the bench, hour number 3 on a Thursday. I'm going to tell you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go to GoTommys.com.
Go, Tommy!
Yay! Hey, that was pretty good.
I knew you got mad at me last
That
time.
was pretty good. Last time was awful. So that time was pretty good.
Last
that was
time
a-
I was really tired.
That was a 3 of 10.
We were coming off the 3 kids with the flu.
Yeah, and you were a little
It was
embarrassed,
tough.
I think.
A little
I think
embarrassed.
you're embarrassed to yell out.
Well, I just didn't
You
have
weren't real
energy
sure of
to do
yourself.
it. Yeah.
Go to GoTommys.com. They always are sure of themselves. They're confident because they do great work and they win award after award after award. Angie's Super Service Award winner for windows, doors, and sidings every single year since 2016. They should just name it the Tommy Award at this point because they get it every single year. Hang in the banners. They're a championship company, Richard. Windows, doors, and siding, they are the best in the business. If you have a project happening, give them a call. Let them come out to your job, quote it. And we know, like, I'm real about things. Like, there are other companies out there, and you're going to call them, and you're going to talk to them about the project. You want to get a couple different quotes or whatever. But do yourself a favor and make sure you're calling Tommy and his team and let them show you exactly why they are the best in the business, why they win those awards. They are dependable, they're reliable, and they are efficient, and a lifetime warranty on everything that they install. So go check them out today. You are going to clearly see the difference when you work with Tommy's. Go to GoTommys.com. All right. Jacob Hester had a awesome opportunity to sit down and have a candid conversation with Aaron Rodgers, who has been very elusive at times with a lot of people in the media. There's a lot of opinions being thrown out there about him. He went off on Pat McAfee's show recently and destroyed Fauci. It was absolutely incredible. Go check that out if you haven't. But he got a chance to sit down and just talk ball and be real with him. And, I gave him an icebreaker story that I think probably loosened him up a little bit with when he met Aaron for the first time. So
that's the first time you met Aaron?
He's probably met him before, but sat down and talked to him.
Did you text Aaron and give him a heads up?
Aaron texted me after the thing. He was like, "Hey, I just had a chat with your guy." He was talking good about the interview. So, but we wanted to play it for you because we thought it was really interesting. And one of the members of the Foxhole got to talk to Aaron Rodgers recently, and a lot of other folks around the league. But Alondra, let's play that interview between Jacob Hester and Aaron Rodgers.
All right, welcome back in, SiriusXM NFL Radio. Jacob Hester, Pat Kerwin here with you live from Steelers camp. Going to catch up with quarterback Aaron Rodgers now. Aaron, we appreciate the time. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Yeah, my pleasure. We're already off to a good start.
All right, so, caught up with your head coach earlier. It started reminding me of times, Green Bay, nostalgia, and some of the guys that you play with. So the first question I wanted to ask you, who's the complete liability on a road trip if I'm choosing between Josh Sitton, Matt Flynn, John Kuhn, and TJ Lang?
Oh, my God. All four of them. Oh, my gosh. It got so crazy in the preseason, especially preseason, was when most of the pranks happened, that Mike had to put a stop to it because those four knuckleheads, me a little bit, were in a constant battle. Include Graham Harrell in that. There was like a battle. These guys would play cards in the back. They'd play euchre, I think. And TJ and Josh were teammates, and Flynn and Kuhn or Flynn and Graham were teammates. And somebody's always cheating and ripping up the cards. We got to the hotel, and the common practice was try and steal somebody's room key to get up to their room and do some stuff to their room. But the greatest prank ever was by Matt, I believe, where he got the tape from the training room and taped together just about everything in his room. I'm talking like bed sheets, pillowcases, towels into this huge rope. And he locked, I believe it was Josh and TJ, the only guys who ever stayed together, on the road. Everybody's had their own room. Josh and TJ were together, taped their room shut. They couldn't get out of their room. He taped it to like a maintenance door, and they had to get like Jaws of Life scissors to cut this huge rope thing he'd created. And that was one of the last times, Mike was like, all right, let's cut the shenanigans. That's enough. But, man, those guys, unbelievable.
There might have been a story that I heard about TJ Lang and a fire extinguisher, and y'all were having a water balloon fight, and he made sure he got the last call there.
Again, one of the greatest pranks ever at St. Norbert's was we would mess around with some. I apologize to all the staff over the years that have worked there for all the damage that myself and these knuckleheads you just mentioned created. But one of the best pranks that we used to do was we would fill up a trash can, like a large one, like a 4-foot trash can, about 80% of water, and all the doors at St. Norbert's open in. So at nighttime, once somebody's locked themselves in, you just lean that trash can against the door, and in the morning, they open that thing up, and it just absolutely drenches the room. So Matt loved to get the hose. They ended up having to hide the hose from us. We couldn't use the hose, so they were using the hose, like putting it under the door because there was like a minute little crack under there. And TJ just about had it. So he sneaks out of his room somehow, and he runs down, and we don't see him. And at St. Norbert's, that old college we stayed at, they used to have the old air conditioner machines that sucked the air in from the outside and cooled it for the air conditioning. Well, TJ came up with an incredible idea. I don't know if it was on the spot or if he was premeditated, but he realized if I stick the fire extinguisher in the back of the air conditioning unit, the entire room's going to get flooded. So I'm rooming with Brett Good, our long snapper, who was always in on the pranks as well. Yeah. And he just absolutely drenched our room in that fire retardant. It was one of the most amazing pranks. You're so mad about it, but because you've done so many things over the years to these guys, you're like, all right, that was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. Touche, brother.
So when guys retire, they always say, the thing I miss the most is the locker room, the guys.
Oh.
And then we asked a little bit about you here, and the prankster word came out, that you enjoy the company of these guys. You'll stop by to play a video game. Because I asked, tell us something, Aaron, that people don't know about him. And they went right to it. the dorms and you.
Yeah, I
and
love
the enjoying your teammates.
I got some good pranks that I haven't even unveiled yet. This is the year to do it for sure.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, these are the best times. Being up here in Latrobe at St. Vincent's, like all the time we can spend with our teammates. This is what it's all about. So nighttime is about hanging out, having some laughs, playing cards. Guys play video games, so it's a lot of fun. You don't get these opportunities at other places. We did it for 13 years in Green Bay. Then for the time when Matt was there for those or 14 years, I guess. And for those 4 years, we didn't do it. And you miss it, because camp ends and guys go home. This is like a snapshot of before the pressure hits up, the real life, back to real life, regular season, where honestly we can't be anywhere else. We got to be here, so we might as well hang out. So this is a ton of fun being up here. And while we're up here, we might as well do some pranks as well.
There's no question.
So the problem is, this is the problem.
Question.
When I outlasted all those guys you mentioned in Green Bay, so anytime anybody did a prank after TJ was gone and Josh was gone and Graham was gone and Kuhn was gone and Flinter was gone, it was like me. Bakhtiari did a little bit, but it was like I was always blamed first.
That's right.
Then I get here and I do a couple pranks, and automatically I'm blamed. Whether or not I did them, I don't know. I can't tell you that, but. No, but I love it. I love mixing up with the guys.
You're exactly right. I mean, those are the things you miss when you retire. You don't get a chance to do that after you retire, and I'm kind of jealous that you still get to do pranks, so I can appreciate that.
I never wanted to grow up,
No, why would we?
Playing this.
Why would we? Catching up with Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers here. All right, so if this is, in fact, the last year, I think I have something. If you don't already have like 10 things lined up, I think I have something that I think you would be elite at. All right? I want you to go across the country to every quarterback and every coach and teach them an actual cadence. Like down, set, hut, blue 80, green 80, whatever it is, because I think you're the man that can get rid of the clap count in football.
I'd love to. I think it's ridiculous. I'm watching college games, and they don't even have a snap count. And then a guy comes here, and they're trying to figure out, what do I do in the huddle? Wait, I have to stand in the huddle? There's not a signal from the sideline? And then we're clapping? How do they clap when you're playing, down there in Death Valley, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing? How do you do that when you're at the Horseshoe?
Yeah.
Or at Michigan Stadium? Or even at the Memorial Stadium at Cal? Won a big game when we played Miami.
Yeah.
When game day was there. It's so ridiculous.
It's
the
such a
cadence is a
tool,
weapon.
too. You use it as
can
such
be
a
a
tool.
weapon. We've got so much out of it over the years with offsides and free plays and 12 on the field, and I don't get it. But it's a new game. It's a new type of player.
So I think we can count you in?
I'm in, yeah.
Let's talk about you helping the defense, because I've asked the defensive guys, your presence, challenging them with the snap count, the hard count, the whole shooting match, and here's their answer to me. Well, he gets us, but we know no one else in the league can do it, so it's okay.
Look, I think the most important thing is to pass on the knowledge, so I'm always looking for little things I can give them. I want practice to be as hard as possible, so if we're gashing them on something, I'm not just going to keep doing it. It's like, at some point you lose that competitive fire. So I'm always talking, like today I was talking to Asante and the DBs. We were talking about different types of routes in the tight red zone, because they're thinking slant, fade, and then back to the front pylon, some sort of fade stop. And I told them about some of the hard things for the receivers, because I want them to make it as hard as possible on my guys, but also I want them to make it as hard as possible on me. So we're talking about the type of footballs that are thrown down there, like the air on it or lack of air, and under center compared to in the gun, and how that changes things and changes mindset. And because if I can pass on a little something to those guys from my years, it's going to give them a big leg up when they're not playing somebody who's played 22 years, who doesn't have the same type of thought process out there. And you're playing teams that don't maybe adjust after the snap. I was telling them a little thing today about alignment and how that can mess with the receiver. If you adjust your alignment at the snap, or even right before the snap, if you can get the other team to just think for a second and overthink something, you've got the leg up. And that's what we've always done with the cadence, because like you said, when we're at the line of scrimmage and they are thinking about the cadence, it's taking them away from a reaction they have to do, or a key on alignment, or a sound that they might be hearing from the offensive line saying what their blocking scheme or pass protection scheme is. I just feel like all that stuff adds up. It's super minute stuff. We're talking about fractions of pennies, but when you add it up, you're creating something that can give you a slight competitive advantage. And in this league, that's all you need.
All right, there it was. It was Jacob Hester with Aaron Rodgers. A lot of funny stuff at the beginning, and a lot of telling stories, rehashing. He's trying to, make the connection with me being his teammate and everything. But like some really interesting stuff there at the end too, just like the details in your operation and how little things can add up, and that's a good lesson for anything in life. But talking about the snap count, and while we make fun of the clap count, we have a little bit of fun with that. But then in reality, there is something to that. He's talking about like little things. If you can just make the defense or make your opponent, whoever you're lined up against, hesitate for a second or think about something other than what they should be thinking about for just a split second, it gives you an advantage.
I just took out of that you didn't change from college.
Yeah, that's true. You don't have to grow up if you play in the NFL.
Same old stuff.
Yeah, he did get that story backwards, though. I got locked into my room. And it was before the fourth preseason game in my third season, and I was starting in a preseason game for the first time in my career. So I was getting my first start in the NFL, albeit a preseason game, and they locked me in. I usually take the first bus to the stadium, and I missed the first bus. They locked it in, and I barely made the second bus, the last bus to the stadium, because I was locked in. I had to call. They had to come cut me out.
Why didn't you call them earlier?
I don't know.
You just went back to sleep?
No, I didn't go back to sleep. I was panicked. I was nervous. Anyway, great stuff there. Awesome interview. And anytime you can get one of the greatest to ever do it to talk a little bit of ball with you. And look, no shock to me that the person, the quarterback with the greatest snap count in the history of tackle football doesn't like the no snap count offenses. So anyways, great stuff. Good job by Aaron and the team over there. Or good job by Jacob and the team over there. Yeah. And that was fun. That was fun to listen to for me. I hope it was for you as well. All right, look, what do we have? We have Munchies coming up. We're going to call Chef Michael Johnson, get an update from training camp. So stick with us right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
I go to russellpools.com, russellpools.com. If you've kind of like had this idea or a thought or maybe a dream of yours to build a pool in the backyard, maybe turn that backyard into a oasis, make it the place to come, the place for you have children that are growing up and you want to be that house that everybody congregates at. You want to be that fun house. Well, call Russell Pools. They are the name you think of when you think of the best and highest quality custom pools in Louisiana. And they got 2 landscape architects on staff over there that can take your dream to reality. You can save some pictures. You can have a thought of what you might want, but they can walk you through that stuff, ask you questions, and figure out, what a budget is. But then what exactly is your dream? What is your design choice? So they'll draw you up something that is absolutely incredible, and they can turnkey the entire thing. They can also update. They can renovate a current pool as well. So if you bought a house with a current pool, you want to update it, make it better, go to russellpools.com today.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back here Off the Bench. Hour number 3 here on a Thursday morning, live from the Raising Cane studio. We are super fired up every single week. Let's get right to it. Let's get it started with our Munchies segment.
Get ready to tantalize your taste buds and leave this segment hungry. This is Munchies with Executive Chef Michael Johnson.
Let's eat.
Chef, what's going on? Good morning.
How are y'all?
We're doing fantastic. Have you been catching up on a lot of sleep lately?
You guys got funny today. Yeah, no.
We got jokes this morning, don't we?
Yeah.
I know. It's
That's funny.
Y'all are definitely in the thick of it. And give us an update. How are the vibes around the facility? How are vibes around the Performance Center?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't compare it to another year, and one year or another. But the guys are eating well, and I think better this year than I've seen in years past. I think I attribute some of that to Morgan, the dietitian. I attribute some of that to new philosophy and buy-in. We like to think that the food's still good, but honestly, I've been focusing my energy on the front on the nutrition center. I haven't gotten back to the back to see the guys practice and such on the field thus yet. During 2019, our meals moved around a little bit, and they are a little bit at this point too. So being prepared for that, 30 minutes earlier, being prepared for the call to say they're coming off the field early.
Yeah,
it definitely takes priority over go back there and gawking at what's going on the field. So
yeah, I was guessing, was it a little bit more complicated now with the changing up practice from morning to evenings, getting the schedule going?
Yeah, I mean, at some point you get used to it, but it does. It's when the food lands, when they come off the field, how hungry they are. A late afternoon practice or early morning practice have different dictations on how much they're going to eat, to be honest with you. They come off the field late in the afternoon and they're tired and they're kind of grumpy. They don't really want to eat. It's kind of the last thing they want to do. And, in the morning they're hungry and ready to rip. And, like everybody eats well because they know they have to, that it's kind of commonsensical that they have energy that they need to put into their body to burn. So it's a learning thing. It's us teaching them and them being willing to learn.
All right, Chef, we're going to get to these questions. Before, I do want to ask you one thing real quick. Even the great ones, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Michael Jordan, they can all make mistakes every now and then. They pat their chest, say, my bad. Have you cooked a dish yet this training camp that just didn't hit with the team?
Yes. And it was kind of an embarrassing, for me, it was embarrassing because it was one of their favorites. And it wasn't really due to a human being, but to a piece of equipment going bad on us. We had a tilt skillet, which is, 48-inch wide by 18-inch deep, flat device that holds liquids in it. And we were braising oxtails. And at some point, the damn thing cut out on us, and we didn't realize it. And they were supposed to be simmering to tenderize the meat of the oxtail, and it didn't. It cut off for what we think to be between an hour and 15 minutes.
Oh,
and so the oxtail they were tough. And when the team comes in and is expecting oxtail falling off the bone tender, and it's one of their favorite dishes, and they're gnawing on it, chewing on it,
dadgummit.
Yeah,
you messed up the oxtails.
Yeah. You got to take that lick, though. You know what I mean? I go out there and get in front of it and take responsibility for it, whatever it is,
right.
Even if it was a piece of equipment, even if it was one of my chefs that screwed it up. That's my job to jump in front of it. So
absolutely, you're like the quarterback. You got to take the blame for everything.
Absolutely, brother.
Absolutely, you got to much respect. All right, #Munchies.
Yeah.
What fall recipe are you looking forward to?
I'll say that again now. Fall.
What fall recipe are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I mean, there's not one in particular that sticks out in my mind. I'm just looking forward to fall starting because fall is our busiest time of the year, and busy chefs are better chefs. Like when it slows down, people get fussy. They start fussing at each other. Our hands need to be in food. So it's not really necessarily a particular recipe, but seeing the abundance of student athletes return and the gratitude that they have for what we do, and familiar faces come back and new faces arrive. That's an exciting moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know we're all looking forward to fall, especially as how hot it is. My God, I can't wait for fall. I don't care about the food; just give me the weather.
That's right.
#Munchies. I love Vietnamese food, specifically the grilled pork spring rolls. What cut of pork to use for this, and how to prepare it for wrapping spring rolls?
Yeah, I think nothing too tender. You want something like a sirloin texture that has a little firmness to it, and grind it up. I suppose you could probably put it in a slow cooker and cook it that way if it was like a pork butt or something, and put a flavorful liquid in it and stew it down, and then chop it so that it's like pulled pork but chopped finer so that it's going to fit in there. That way it's already been cooked, you're reheating it, the flavor's been imparted in it, all that kind of stuff. But I think typically you're going to find like a ground pork, and ground, it's going to be sirloins, that type or that texture of meat.
Yeah. This is a really good one. I'm interested in this as well. #Munchies. Why does Asian Cajun fusion work so well together?
God, it just does, right? Like it's the chilies and the spices. It's, it just does. I mean, Asians have a lot of chili and spice in their cuisine, and so do Louisianans. And I think that's a marriage, like that. You just need one thread that kind of pulls things together, right? And A lot of Asian dishes also have very long cook times, right? They've got street foods with pots that have been perpetually cooking for 30 years, and so I think the Cajuns, by and large, appreciate that kind of pot cooking technique, right? Throw it in the pot and cook it, like a jambalaya or a etouffee or something of that nature. It's like-mindedness, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag Munchies here. I bought some mahi fillets. How should I prepare them?
A mahi, I like to grill on a flat grill or in a skillet, and put like a lemon beurre blanc on it with capers in it. Don't overcook it because it will get dry, and when it gets dry, it doesn't taste very good. Mahi is a particular flavor, and if you like it, you love it, and if you don't, probably hate it, right? I like it fresh, and usually what I'll do is I'll sear it off. If you don't have the talent to cook it in a skillet or on a flat top, which it's not that difficult, you can bake it in the oven after you've seared it. But it's a very short amount of time, 7 minutes tops, I think. And I like to take butter, brown it, and when it's reaching, you'll know it's brown, not just because of the color, but it develops this nutty flavor, like olfactory, this scent, right? And then you put your capers in there. You're careful to put too much of the juice in there, because really what you're wanting to do is to fry the capers in the fat to the point where they open up, where the real briny liquid is, and that's even better than the vinegar that is surrounding them, right? And then finish with cream and reduce. And you got to hit it with a little. It's difficult for me to talk to.
Yeah, this is like a callback to a couple of weeks ago. Like when we said, we came to the conclusion that you can't put enough capers on things.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. So that lemony briny flavor really goes well with a fish like mahi.
Chef, what's your favorite fish to cook? Because you just got me thinking about fish, and it's one of my favorite.
The one I just caught, for sure.
The one I just caught, the last one.
Yeah, that's right. I just pulled a 20-pound catfish out of the spillway like 2 weeks ago, and just before that, I caught a bull shark, a baby bull shark, and this was in a spillway. I caught a bull shark. It's crazy.
That's terrifying. Yeah, I've heard you even can find bull sharks like in Illinois because they swim up the river so far. My God.
I think the furthest north that they found them was in St. Louis, Missouri, and that's wild.
That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. Gosh, Chef. Speaking of fish, maybe like a little fish fry. What's your preferred oil for frying?
I usually just use canola. It's health-wise, even at the house, I use canola now just because at 50, I'm concerning more about my health than I am about, anything. And canola tastes good. It really celebrates the flavor of the fish or chicken. I just use canola.
Chef, there's a really funny video from LSU football Instagram to social. Were you involved with the taking the food away from the players prank?
No, but man, I enjoyed it.
It was awesome. It was great.
That was genuine. Like some of those guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the conversation following up, there was some genuine emotion behind taking their food.
Okay, so how long did we play the prank out to where they're like, okay, we're just kidding with it?
It was within a couple of it was within like 90 seconds, but some of them caught the camera first, and figured it out, right? But there was a couple of guys because they took the food and walked around the corner, and they're like, what the hell's going on?
What is happening?
Richard Anderson did not look happy.
Yeah, right. There had to have been some reactions that got cut from the final edit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because there was probably some
cursing.
Don't touch my food, like especially during training camp. My God, don't touch my food.
There was definitely some emotions in.
Well, just like you said, food brings out the emotion, the emotional response to everybody.
Yeah, if you would, if that happened at my house when I was growing up, like there was forks and knives involved.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to fight, Chef.
That's right. Yeah.
All right, Chef. That's it for this week. We appreciate your time. I know that you are in the thick of it, and hopefully you're getting a little bit of extra sleep. But we appreciate what you do for LSU athletics, and we appreciate your time every single week.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, have a good one. All right, there he is, Chef Michael Johnson with our Munchies segment. Joins us every single week, and he's batting 100%. Well, you say bat 1,000. I'm a baseball guy. I should know that. Every single week.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Batting 100.
Batting
If you're
1,000.
batting
100%.
that's not good.
He's scoring 100%, batting 1,000.
You're batting 100.
Probably not in the lineup.
You got to get benched.
Yeah, you bat. Yeah, it's not very good. Not very good at all. But he makes us hungry every single week. So great stuff there. They are. I know they are. Man, they are blowing and going over there, feeding a lot of folks and a lot of hungry folks.
So that's why I asked the fish question. I'm not a big mahi guy.
Yeah,
but the way he was describing to cook it sounded really good.
It did sound really good. All right, there he is. Well, we appreciate his time each and every week. And we are going to go to break. But before we do, want to just remind everybody that it is a new school year. It's a new school year for all the kids. They're going back to school, and make sure they are healthy. That is the main thing you need to worry about. Make sure your kids are healthy and prepared for the school year. Ochsner Health wants to remind families that a successful school year starts with good health, and that means paying attention to everything. And it's more than just grades, more than just physical health. Check in with your child's mental health as well. Encourage open conversations. Make time to connect as they adjust to a new school year. A few extra minutes talking each day can make a huge difference. And healthy habits matter too. Make sure they're eating the correct way. Packing those lunches for school full of protein, fruits, veggies, whole grains. Encourage them to make choices and make those healthy choices. And if their child plays sports, don't forget an annual sports physical, along with proper hydration, stretching, plenty of rest, and the right protective equipment to help keep them healthy. For more of these back-to-school health tips or to schedule an appointment today, visit ochsner.org/BR. All right, we're going to go to break now, and we are going to come back, close out the show with a little Ask the Bench, brought to you by Ice Cold Delicious Dos Equis, right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench. From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, welcome back here, Off the Bench. Closing out the show, Richard Dixon's been in the co-host chair all day long. Appreciate the time today, buddy.
No problem.
What you going to do after this?
Well, I got to go run back by the house because I had a lunch meeting canceled. Pick up some things and head to the office.
There we go.
Sling some pipe.
Sling pipe. Yeah, gots to be slinging that pipe.
A lot of pipe flying off the shelves right now. I mean, you got to just get
and getting ready for turnaround season.
Get it while it's there.
Well, make sure you're calling Richard Dick Dixon. You gave me your cell phone number again?
225-715-9121.
All right, let's get to a little Ask the Bench, brought to you by Ice Cold Delicious Dos Equis. Go for dose. Stay thirsty, my friends. All right, let's see here. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Besides Weeks and Pickett, what defensive players should we be keeping an eye on?
PJ Woodland is really good.
Woodland's
He's
fine.
quietly had 2 really good seasons.
I've been talking about it for the
Deshaun
last 2
Spears.
years. PJ Woodland does not get enough credit for what he's done in his last 2 years. I think he's really, really good. And he's a Mississippi kid.
Yep. And what we know, newly famous Canadian, our guy at safety, your guy, Ty Benefield.
Ty Benefield.
He's Canadian?
Yep. Yes. We all learned that the other day. Nobody knew that, at least in our room, in this little studio, we didn't. Okay, let's see. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Do we really think JD5 is the one that's mad, or is it somebody else in his family?
Mom.
His mom.
It doesn't matter because it comes back on him either way. So unfortunately for him,
Just after watching
Not a great
QB1, it's definitely his mom was like, hey,
agent and business manager.
call the attorney.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like I agree, Taylor. It doesn't really matter whose it is.
Yeah.
He's putting his stamp of approval on it. So whether, it's not a great look for either side. It's a messy situation and completely unavoidable and dumb, and they should have just retired the jersey. None of this would happen. All right, let's see. This is a Has to Bench to Alondra and Richard because Taylor and I answered this the other day, and I thought it was the greatest question potentially that's been on Ask the Bench, brought to you by Ice Cold Dos Equis.
I know where you go.
When is the last time Richard and Alondra fell down and it didn't involve alcohol, like just absolutely like fell down where your body hit the ground?
Not involving alcohol, I genuinely don't remember. Like, I've fallen down, but it's involved alcohol.
I know exactly. It was a couple months ago. getting up in the middle of the night to go through the house and stepping on a toy. And like I stepped, it was like a deer antler.
Oh no.
And I stepped on it and then like immediately, you know how you try to lift and you don't know how to get it? And it was just, I rolled.
Yeah. Just rolled.
Your human body fell to the ground.
I fell on the couch. Luckily I was by the couch, but if the couch wasn't there, I would have hit the ground.
I've tripped a lot, but I haven't like body hit the ground. But I trip all the time.
Bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
That was White Boy Wednesday workouts.
That was definitely White Boy Wednesday workout. Hey, look, Taylor, I can't remember. How's the weather supposed to be today? We're going to be hot?
Mostly sunny, 96.
Chance of rain in the afternoon, potentially?
Not that I've seen.
Hey, stay hydrated out there. It is really hot. It is dangerously hot out there. Stay hydrated. Go get your MyHigh. Go to drinkmyhigh.com. Go check it out. All the flavors. We love you. We love LSU. And we love USA.
Off the bench.
All right, if you are running an industrial facility anywhere across the Gulf South, here's something to keep in mind. Don't let maintenance or capital dollars go unused just because you're short on power. Pala has experienced maintenance crews and supplemental staffing available right now to help with planned outages, capital projects, routine maintenance, and even emergency work. Whether you need that skilled craft labor, maybe it's planners, schedulers, safety professionals, quality personnel, or complete project management support, Pala has the people and the experience to keep your operation running safely and efficiently. And don't forget, Pala is much more than just maintenance. They also provide mechanical construction, API storage tanks, ASME pressure vessel fabrication, and a full range of specialty industrial services. From early planning to that final execution, they can handle the entire job. For more than 50 years, companies across the Gulf South have trusted Pala to deliver dependable results when it matters most. If you got maintenance or capital budget left, give Pala a call. Pala, employee-owned, relationship-driven, building together.